So I wanted to do this video as a quick documentary about everything that's happening at the moment. I just feel like things are gonna just absolutely be stirred up big time. Today it's the 13th of March and this whole coronavirus, there's been I think there's about 800 cases now and 11 deaths. People are just going crazy. I can't get paracetamol, I can't get toilet roll, there's nothing on the shelves, there's no pasta, there's no basics, and we're just at the start of all this. It seems that 2 weeks ago today, so the 28th of February, Italy was directly where we are now. I think they had 822 cases, and now 2 weeks later they're on just over 15,000. If that's how we're gonna go, there's going to be a lot of quarantines. And currently, so yesterday the Prime Minister Boris Johnson put on a press conference and basically said for England to just basically keep calm and carry on. And that's quintessentially very English, but I think a lot of people are up in arms that schools haven't been shut, that we're not really doing anything to stop the spread. We're not doing anything. Like, we should be learning from what happened to the Italians, what is happening in China, and we're just carrying on and just ploughing on. And yeah, okay, that's good, but people are panicking, people are worried, and nothing's been being done. It's from the public's point of view, it's just, I don't know, it is worrying. And I think it gives a lot of anxiety to the nation, that knowing that the government, yes, okay, I'm sure they're doing lots, but from our point of view, like, I'm sure it's all behind closed doors, but we can't see any of that. And it's very frustrating that we're not seeing anything, and worried, and schools aren't being closed, and children are meant to be the super spreaders. I've got children. I work in the environment that directly supplies foods to supermarket, so if I go down with it or my children go down with it, we have a small amount of staff, all of them would have to self-isolate, and that has a direct knock-on effect to the food industry. So yeah, I'm worried. Am I panic buying? No, I'm not, but it seems ridiculous that I can't get any toilet rolls, and then when I see some, I have to be like, okay, I'll grab one or two, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to see them is. So I'm kind of adding to the panic buying, which I'm annoying myself for doing it, but I don't really have a choice. I don't know when I'm going to next be able to get pasta. Okay, I'm getting alternatives at the moment, but how long for? I don't know. We've had loads of antibacterial. I have just washed my hands again. My hands are so dry and cracked, where I keep moisturising, I keep hand washing, I keep using antibacterial gel. Working where we do, we have to be on top of it all the time. And yeah, so as of right now, it's the 13th of March. We've got 800 cases. I think there's only 11 deaths at the moment. It seems to be rising really, really quick. I think we've had like 200-300 cases in the last 24 hours increase. So I guess, yeah, I just wanted to document this to tell everyone what happened, really. So yeah, I'll try and update in a couple of days, maybe over the weekend. Things will change a bit. So it's Saturday, the day after my last video, and I've just had a call from my sister to say that they are now rationing nappies and wipes. I have a 2-year-old that has problems with her bowels, so it's going to be fun. I guess worst case scenario, I can go back to old school with towels and flannels and that sort of thing, but yeah, it's going to be great. It is Sunday, it is 5 o'clock. We've risen up to 1,372 cases. Deaths have doubled. Yeah, feeling a little bit worried right now. So it's Monday. We're up to 1,543. I think there's about 35 people that have died. waiting for a statement from Boris Johnson about lockdowns and stuff. The whole of Europe has gone on lockdown. No one in, no one out, the whole of Europe. And we are sitting here doing sweet F.A. I know the English motto is to keep calm, carry on, and, you know, it's all going to be all right in the end, but this is serious now. I've just looked online to see if I can get a delivery slot for food for the weekend, which I normally do at the beginning of the week and get my order in ready. I can't get any till next Wednesday, so 10 days time I can't get food now. Again, I could go to the supermarket, but it's just carnage out there. Risk of getting infected, I've got a little one, so I don't really want to go out. I'm not taking any unnecessary trips out. Obviously food is necessary. If I have to go, I have to go, but it is a tough call to make. I have got like a day or two's worth of food. I haven't stockpiled, and now I'm thinking maybe I should. But then you just add into all the problems that are going on, everyone that's stockpiling and being selfish. It puts you in such a catch-22. And I have no idea what to do. I'm super stressed about it. I had 2 hours sleep last night. Not through illness, literally just couldn't sleep with worry. Yeah. I am worried. Government don't appear to be doing anything. And here we are. Ever increasing. Over the weekend, you hopefully saw my past 2 videos, and it's carnage. It is literally carnage out there. I'm working rurally, as you can see. I'm at the office at the moment, and we've got a local shop, and I went over there to pick up some milk for work, which I do at the beginning of each week, and most of the milk's gone. Well, the shelves were pretty much empty. I managed to get 1-2 pint of blue milk. We normally have green, like, I'm not going to be too fussy, it is what it is. But there was nothing. It looked like the place had been robbed. It was insane. I know some places are limiting, but I'm worried. It's not looking good. It's Wednesday, 18th of March. Things seems to be really ramping up now. The government have actually released a statement. So there's 1,950 cases as of yesterday, 5 o'clock. However, it's more likely to be 20,000, which is just insane, because that puts us China first, then Italy, and then us, then the UK. And we are doing nothing about it. The schools are still open, the nurseries are still open, supermarkets are still open, everything is still open. Bars, pubs, they're all being told to stay open. And yet they're saying there's thousands more cases than are actually being documented, because we don't have the test kits to be able to get tested, so therefore they have to prioritise. So therefore hardly anyone's being tested, and therefore everyone is self-isolating and slip through the net. It's ridiculous. It's a shambles. It's embarrassing to be British at the moment, especially the way people were acting in the supermarkets. I had to pop there this morning because my mum has fibromyalgia. She needs some paracetamol. She needs some painkillers. Can't get any. And I'm just about to try a little shop in the middle of nowhere, in the hope that maybe they will have some, from the 1970s out back or something. I don't know. I'm desperate now, so we shall see. So there's no paracetamol. There is literally nothing. I got the last 2 pint of milk. We need some, so what are you meant to do? I feel guilty taking the last pint, because there's probably someone out there that really, really, really desperately needs it for their children or something. But we need it too. So it's such a catch-22. Like, I have a toddler who has milk, needs milk. So I just leaves me feeling so guilty. So new figures have just been released, and I think we've got double the amount of cases now, 2,500, 3,000. It's still Wednesday. I've just had a little bit of a tip that as of Friday, everyone's going to go in lockdown. The army have been deployed. So I am off to Tesco's to buy a few things to get us through till maybe Monday or Tuesday, just so then we know where we're at and what we're able to do and what we're not able to do. Again, not stockpiling, just being sensible, and hopefully we will get a better update soon. But rumour has it Friday school's going to close and then it's lockdown. It's Thursday, 19th of March. Last night at 5 o'clock they decided to shut the schools as of last thing on Friday. So that's universities, colleges, schools, nurseries, etc. There's a lot of uncertainty at the moment. It looks like I'm still going to have to pay for my daughter's nursery fees, which are £700 a month, for her not to go. I've only just been told that it is okay for me to work from home, thank goodness. We've now got my stepson all week next week, so I will be homeschooling him as well as trying to work from home as well as looking after a toddler. But this is just the fact of life at the moment. It's going to be for the next, well, they said foreseeable future, so at least till the summer, I guess. Okay, there is so much uncertainty, but we have just got to get on with it. We don't know what's going to happen. We can't not do it. So I think if we all just rally together, we'll be okay. As a nation, we will be okay. We've just, like I say, got to stick together, I guess. I think that's the only way I'm going to get through it. Yeah. Wait to hear more. So the news on Thursday said that Italian deaths have exceeded the Chinese ones, which is quite devastating. We've jumped up to 3,200 cases, and deaths have jumped up to, I'm not sure what to, just over 100. It looks like that, well, definitely schools are closing tomorrow, and as of Monday, my daughter won't be going to nursery, but it looks like I'm still going to have to pay their fees, which is just ridiculous. They think this is going to last 12 weeks, which means that's, for me, £2,100 down the drain, just given away. I understand nurseries have still got to function going forward, but £2,000 per child for the next well, that's per month, so for the next 3 months, they've got 60 odd kids there. They're going to be rolling in it. I know they've still got to pay certain bills and utilities and that sort of thing, but even if they did this 50% or something, I feel like it's crippling. If I were to get sick pay, even with mortgage holiday, I don't know how we're going to make ends meet. It's a really, really worrying time. And I don't feel like enough's being done still. I'm not an expert. Don't quote me on that, but I just feel like we're just not doing a huge amount. Today is Friday, 20th of March. It is about 7:30 in the evening. I think we're nearing on 4,000 people that have contracted this. I think it's 177 deaths, so that's jumped up. Today they announced that pubs and bars and cafes, etc. are closing. They said that, what else did they say? They said they'll be paying 80% of wages of those who are about to be laid off, that sort of thing, which is really good. The government seem to be supporting the people financially, which is really good. What else has happened? I've gathered all my things from work when I start working from home on Monday, plus looking after my toddler, plus homeschooling a 9-year-old. Yeah. Thought that my husband was going to be laid off today. They told him first thing this morning that it was, not laid off. They said that he would be sent home with no pay for the foreseeable. So we had to take a mortgage holiday for the next 3 months. we have quite a lot of bills, so that was really worrying and stressful. Now they've decided that maybe they won't do that, and they've just shut a few branches in America, which obviously is awful for those people, but a little bit better for us, I guess. Yeah, it's just a lot has happened today. I'm tired. I've had enough. I want to wake up with fresh eyes tomorrow and not look like I've been through hell and back. I just feel really mentally drained, and I feel like lockdown hasn't even really started yet. So that's going to be fun. But we have some food. We will get by. I think we're going to end up having some weird concoctions of dinners. But there is food out there. We can get some. We're not being greedy. We haven't stockpiled. So, yeah. We just need to see through till next Saturday, when I managed to get Tesco's delivery slot booked a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Trying to be positive, but struggling today. A lot on my mind. Not feeling great. Hopefully, yeah, come tomorrow or even Sunday, things will be better, and we'll just start to feel like settling into a new routine. Well, I feel like everything's been chucked out the window, knocked on its head, and nobody knows what the hell's going on. It's uncertainty that's very stressful for me. And I like to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, who I'm doing it with, and that's gone out the window. So that's where my anxieties are. But it's a new adventure. It's going to change a lot of perspective on things and a lot of the way we do things. And maybe that's a good thing. So just got to try and anxiously embrace it, and hopefully things will be okay. They will be. It's just getting there. It's Monday, 23rd of March, 2020. And we have just completed day 1 of the self-isolation. I did work from home all day. I looked after a teething toddler all day. I homeschooled all day. I feel like we did okay. There was tears. Surprisingly not from me. Yeah. I feel like my brain's a bit fried today. Not really sure how I even got through today, really. I feel like the last few days I've had this odd sense of calm, because being safe in our home where nothing can get us and not going out, like there's nothing that can go wrong, effectively. And then my stepson started coughing. He started coughing about 2 hours ago, and it's getting worse rapidly. And what started off as a calm day, the last 2 hours my anxiety has gone through the roof. And I'm scared for him, for my daughter, for us. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. So part 2 of that video, we've just been informed that we are now on lockdown for 3 weeks. I kind of am glad, because it means people are going to have to start abiding by the rules, rather than the absolute fest it was on Saturday at the weekend in places like Whitstable. Disgraceful. I don't know what is wrong with people. Maybe if people had started taking this seriously, this wouldn't be happening. But that's fine. I'm okay with 3 weeks lockdown. That's not the end of the world. Yeah. It's Saturday 28th of March, and I haven't done a video all week because I've been really busy homeschooling. and looking after the toddler, and working from home as well, trying to keep the house as best organised as I can. Just things seem to get really messy really quickly, but that's understandable. I'm kind of putting like tidying the house and keeping on top of things in the back burner at the moment. Things have really vamped up. So as of today, we had an extra 2,500 cases. I think that puts us over to just over 17,000 cases, 1,000 dead. Yeah, I'm starting to get really worried. We did have our food delivery today, which was great. Only a few things missing, so I was really, really pleased, and it calmed me with my anxiety. We did have to pop out to get fuel for my car because the light was on and started flashing, which means literally 0 fuel. So I think I had like 5 miles left in the tank, so I had to go and get some fuel, and I wore some gloves and popped into Sainsbury's with the Argos attached for a few extra toys for my daughter. So she had a little bit more extra to play with. Like, she's got quite a few toys, but new things to entertain her over the next few weeks I think is going to be a massive deal. So we just picked up a few things which we'll slowly give her. But now that's put me super on high alert and super anxious because I went to a supermarket, which probably seems a little bit ridiculous, but with the numbers increasing so quickly, it does worry me. It does worry me. And I think they've said that from tomorrow things are going to increase really rapidly over the next 2 weeks because of last Monday we went into total lockdown, no one in, no one out. So that was going to take like 2 weeks from then, because that's when people stop like seeing each other. So we'll see what happens, but things aren't great. People are worried. I think I had on the news there's been quite a few break-ins, people stealing stuff. It's getting quite bad, but hopefully we'll be okay. The kids seem okay. Tommy's got a bit of a cough, but it's quite chesty. It doesn't sound like a dry cough. He's had it a week, no temperature, no nothing, so I'm thinking it's just a cough. He went back to his mum's yesterday, I think. And she didn't seem to be worried, so that's fine. It seems like the days are merging already, and it's been a week since we stayed away from work, etc. And I do feel like in the week I felt really, really calm, really peaceful in a weird way, because my family and me were in my home, or our home, and we were safe, and we weren't seeing anyone. No one was coming in, no one was going out. I felt incredibly safe, and so I felt like a bit like me again. But this obviously Tommy's mum picking him up, and today my anxiety's gone a bit mental again. But hopefully over the next 2 weeks we can try and get back to that peaceful stage, hopefully. And hopefully we will remain well and healthy. I've upped my vitamins, which people might roll their eyes at. I don't know if it's doing any good or not, but I've got to try, right? I try anything right now. I don't want this. Why people are still going to pubs, well, not pubs because the pubs are shut down, but gatherings with friends and stuff, I do not know what's going through their heads. Idiots. Pure idiots. Yeah, I don't know. Am I worried? Yes, I fucking am. I don't really think there's anything else to say. It's been a while since I've done an update video. I thought I would do one to let people know what's happening. Today is I have to check. All the days are merging. 14th of April, 2020. It says lockdown week 4 or 5. Like I say, all the days are merging. I have to try and wake up and look at the day and the date every day to try and get some sense of normality and what's happening and where I am and who I am and, you know, what's going on. It's been a tough 4 weeks. As of today, the figures currently stand at UK having a total number of cases of 98,873. New cases today, 5,252. Total deaths, 12,107, and new deaths, 778. It seems that we're getting between 700 and 1,000 deaths a day and around 5,000 cases a day, new cases. And it's bloody scary times. It really is. We're allowed 1 hour of exercise or not 1 hour. We're allowed one form of one exercise a day. You can go out once. You're allowed to go to the shops for essentials only. All other shops are closed. So, for example, the supermarkets are open, or anyone that can supply food to you is open. I have had to go out to the supermarket last week after having 3 weeks since our last delivery, and I couldn't get any more deliveries. They're being kept for the vulnerable, and I'm not vulnerable, so I'm not going to even try and get one now. So I went to the shops and I queued for 45 minutes to get in. People, I think they're allowed a certain amount in the supermarkets. I think the largest stores are 200 people per supermarket, and then it's 1 in, 1 out. And you have to queue 2 metres apart outside. Wore mask and gloves, and tried to get about a month's worth of shopping for the family. It's been an okay couple of weeks actually for me. I wouldn't say we go out every week. Prior to this, we didn't go out every week, so it's not a huge amount of change for us. Obviously, there is changes, but it's not as if I'm, you know, really literally going out partying every week. So I've had that taken away from me. So the staying in hasn't been huge deal. I've been working from home Monday to Friday, which has been proved testing with homeschooling my stepson and looking after a 2-year-old who's just decided she's gonna cut her second molars. So yeah, they're about halfway through already. So it's quite early, but we're lucky that they're nearly done already. But it's been okay. It's only been the last few days that have been quite testing. I feel quite calm in myself, knowing that me and my family are safe. I don't feel a huge amount of anxiety. Obviously, it is scary out there, and we're trying not to go out. We're doing our daily walks. We're not going to excess shops, etc. Some people are going out weekly food, some people are going out daily, some people still being absolute idiots and sunbathing. Police now have the rights to arrest you and fine you for doing stupid things like that. And the government were meant to release an update on Thursday this week, so today's Tuesday. So in 2 days' time, they're meant to release an update with a date or some sort of relax on the lockdown rules. And they've actually come back and said, no, it's going to be a good couple of weeks yet. So again, that's a bit like, oh God. But it is what it is, and we're doing okay, but it is pretty horrific out there. I mean, total case over the world now 1,946,000, and there's, I don't even know how many deaths. I think it's about 125,000 deaths, which doesn't sound a huge amount when you've got billions of people living in the world, but it's still a virus that has wiped out 125,000 people and has affected nearly 2 million people. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. But we're all well. We have not shown any signs or symptoms since lockdown. I think I've been out twice to shop, because obviously one time we needed like bread and milk and perishables, and then obviously the main supermarket run. And when I come back, even though I've worn gloves and a mask, I'm scrubbing my hands, I go and have a shower, I put my clothes in a hot wash, which probably sounds excessive, but I don't want to risk bringing any virus into my family and jeopardising a further 4 people. if maybe everyone did what I was doing, though maybe over the top, maybe it would stop the spread. Now, I understand you're not going to stop the spread with NHS workers and the essential people who are pulling our country through. But there's got to be some people are just being ridiculous. And they really don't understand the implications of them. Oh, it doesn't matter, I'll just pop to the shops. Or, oh, it doesn't matter, I'll just go and buy a lawnmower. Or, doing the unnecessary trips. So it is frustrating from that perspective because not everyone is abiding to the lockdown rules. So yeah, it's a different lifestyle. It's a different way of life. And it's going to be interesting when people have to be released back into the normal world again. And even myself, I don't know how I'm going to cope with Evelyn going back to nursery. And the thought of going to work and leaving her there with 60 other kids. Yes, okay, the proportion of kids and workers, it's all fine. It's legitimate nursery, if anyone says anything. But the thought of doing that is now 59 times more likely to, probably even more than that, to her to catch that virus. Because there's not going to be, when people are let back out again, it's not going to be, oh, it's totally gone. It's always going to be there. Someone's always going to have it. They can't totally eradicate this until there is some sort of vaccine. And then even then, is it going to mutate? Viruses, like the winter viruses, they all mutate. What's to say this one won't? Will we be in the same situation every year? I don't know. Our Prime Minister has just come out of an intensive care, Boris Johnson, because he had it. And he has said that there were times where it could have gone either way for him. So it shows that no one's immune. This is coming for anyone and everyone. Rich, poor, young, old, bright, stupid, black, white, whatever. There is nothing that will stop this. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it. So what we can do is stay in, like we're told, stick to the rules. And I say all this and it feels like it's a surreal experience. Even now it still feels so surreal. Yet working from home, teaching the kids, it all feels normal now because we've been doing it for so long. But I guess it's just a normal routine rather than the norm. It's really still very surreal. The fact that most of the world are currently on lockdown in their homes with restrictions to go outside because there is a virus killing off people. It is so surreal still. Yeah, this is happening, and this is happening right now. And this is week 4, week 5, I have no idea. The days are merging, the weeks are merging. Like, I can't believe it. It's mid-April. If you'd said to me this morning before I'd even looked at the date, what the date was, I said, oh, I don't know, 2nd, 3rd, 4th of April, something like that. But I just can't fathom anything. It's very, very odd. It's like out of a video game. People are still panic buying. Well, maybe not necessarily panic buying, but bulk buying. And to a certain extent, I think it's a good idea because it means you're going to go out less, but only if it makes you go out less. Like, a lot of people are buying, like, I don't know, 20 chicken breasts and 5 packs of meat or 20 bags of pasta or whatever at the supermarket. And then the next week they'll do the same and they've just got stockpiles at home. Whereas, for example, myself, I bought 3 bags of pasta and about 10 to 12 chicken breasts, but when I went shopping, but that is for the month for my family, along with other things, obviously. So I think it's better if you go out once a month, you're going out less, you're seeing less people rather than buying little and going out more. I just think it's people are still just being stupid. I still can't get hand soap. I probably got 10 days, maybe a week supply at best. Yeah, a week, 10 days supply of hand soap. After that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't get any anywhere. I've been to the supermarkets at 8 a.m. I've been to the same supermarkets at 10 p.m. I can't get any online. Can't get any delivery slots. So I don't know what I'm going to do at the moment. I don't know what I'm going to do. The thing is, you can't even end up using like shower gel or something because it hasn't got antibacterial properties. So, I don't know yet. We'll sort something out though. But that is, these little things are the scary things. Like, soap is one of the key things. Okay, it's not food, but if you can't wash your hands, there's no point even going to the supermarket because you could bring that virus back. So, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating times. So, that's where we are, mid-April, lockdown, an absolute F ton of people dead, an absolute F ton of people have got it, and we're just hoping that we get through this. Hopefully, I'll do another video in the next few weeks. I think that's probably when we're going to have more of an update, rather than doing one in a few days. So, yeah, signing out. Today is Monday, the 11th of May, 2020. We are on day 49 of lockdown. I've lost track of new cases, deaths. We're in the thousands. I think cases wise, we're the worst in Europe. We beat Italy. Not that that's anything to be proud of. It's been abysmal state of the economy, the government, how it's nearly 50 days since total lockdown. And they announced yesterday that things are slowly going to start to go back to normal. So we can go, instead of one exercise a day, we can exercise as much as we want. That's the first lockdown release. They're hoping from the 1st of June that schools will start to slowly go back. I'm still working from home. Phil, my husband, has been furloughed and has been for a while. Days are starting to merge. I only found out it was Monday today when I made this video to check the date. It's weird times. Very weird. We've been homeschooling my stepson and my daughter, who's 2, obviously hasn't been to nursery. So we've been teaching her things at home, which has worked quite well. It's just surreal. It still feels so unbelievable that this has happened. That not necessarily the government allow it to happen, but this is how far we've got. This will go down in history. Never have I ever heard of people being locked away for 50 odd days because of a virus. I know viruses have spread before, you got the Spanish flu, etc, but nothing like this. I go out for my daily exercise with the kids, and once every 3 weeks I try and get food. I try not to go out and we don't see anyone. It's weird. So weird. It's finally September and a lot has happened since my last video. It's September and wow. So at the beginning of June, Phil went back to work. He was on furloughed. Then we continue to still have Tommy every other week. So I looked after him and obviously homeschooled and stuff, and Evelyn decided she wanted to potty train, which I won't lie, I hated. It was stressful. I just hated doing it, but it was a great time to do it, and I'm so glad she is potty trained now, and she's great. She hasn't had an accident in, I don't even know how long. It took us about, to properly potty train, to having no accidents at all, probably 5-6 weeks. So June went really well. She did really well. We were having a few accidents, obviously. First 2 weeks did brilliantly, lots of accidents. And then after 2 weeks, they got less and less, and she did brilliant. And then July came, and I think it was just after my birthday, which was 4th of July. So yeah, just after my birthday, she aced it. And then she went back to nursery in August, and yeah, she didn't have one accident either. And I totally thought she would. A change of routine from spending 6 months solidly with us. So I'm really, really proud of her. She did brilliantly. Tommy's now back at school. So yeah, things have changed. I'm now back at work, in the office, that is. So yeah, a lot has changed. In July, Boris eased lockdown, and from my birthday, pubs were allowed to open and restaurants, and they did a eat out to help out scheme for, you get up to £10 off a head on your meal Monday to Wednesday. And that has just finished, I think, or maybe they're extending it, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's like, up until a few days ago, it was like it never happened. Things just fell back into how they were. It's been really surreal. The government declared that there was only a couple of hundred new cases a day, 1 or 2 deaths. Like it's gone really well. And then the weekend, so the weekend was the 5th and 6th of June, there all of a sudden was a spike. And we've been slowly gaining. So we were averaging about 1,000 new cases a day and maybe 1 or 2 dead. And then at the weekend, we got 3,000 pretty much cases each day. And then deaths crept up to about 10. And then yesterday, or the day before, it might have been the day before, I don't know what day it is. So in the last few days, it crept up to 3,000 new cases and 30 odd people dead. So they're putting some lockdown measures back in place. And from Monday, you're no longer allowed to meet in groups. So you can have up to groups of 6 people from, I think, 2 or 1 other household. So 2 households meet. So that's going to be tricky with Evelyn's care on a Thursday and Friday. I'm not too sure what's going to happen there again. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. And the government now do local lockdowns. So if you have a flare up in your area, then just like, for example, Kent would be locked down, or just London, or at the moment I think it's Bolton and Leicester, Manchester, something like that. We haven't had another local lockdown yet, but I can see it coming. I really can. So yeah, as much as things has been going okay for the last few months, I think we're back into the uncertainty again. But there's no mad rush to buy anything. No food and stuff has been restricted. Everything's all golden there for now. I can't imagine, I think people will learn this time they don't need to panic buy. So hopefully that will not be so harsh on everyone. But also we've learned from it now. We know what we need to do. So I think it will just go back to working from home if anything. I don't know what will happen with schools and nursery and stuff, because Evelyn needs to be at nursery now. She needs that for her mental health. Not that she's got issues or anything. She's 2, but she needs that friendship outside of us. She needs that other adult contact and other child contact. And Tommy, although he didn't want to, he needed to go back to school. You saw the change in him. He needs that routine and structure, and obviously the learning as well. So hopefully that won't come crashing down. Fingers crossed. So yeah, here we are. It is officially, I think it's the 8th or 9th of, it's the 9th of September. This is going to be uploaded with my other videos on my blog, so hopefully you'll see them all in one big video. And I know there's been a lot of and a lot of repetition, but thank you for watching all the videos on lockdown, and hopefully I will do some more if and when the needs occur. But for now, thank you for the support and everything that everyone has done over lockdown to make life easier and better, and the support and love of everyone, not just from me and to me, but neighbours, friends, family. We did a good job.